Hello everyone, welcome back to No Man's Sky Synthesis, Perma 2020, Artemis and the Atlas. We have to get to our ship. Which is over there. I don't think I know I have never come out on a dead planet before. This is bizarre. Ah, free oxygen. Hopefully nanites. The last one was starship fuel. Yay. Here we go. I clamber into the safety of my ship, nauseous and calmed. I feel as if I'm going to be sick. I almost throw up, but as I'm about to do so, a voice speaks to me from my exosuit. My illness disappears. Disgust, fear, panic response detected. Countermeasure deployed. Purge neutralized. It's the voice of my exosuit telling me it has rescued me. It has been with me since my very first awakening, warning me of hazardous conditions, hostile entities, and financial transactions. In a strange sense, this voice is my oldest friend, a constant companion through thick and thin. The exosuit doesn't answer, but I do feel better. Talking to a computer as if it's alive, wow. I've made a habit of that lately, I suppose. I was born with the capacity to do so many things. I would have liked to live longer if I could. My brief happiness fades. I need to warn those I know. I need to warn all the travelers I can. The multiverse ends in 16 minutes. If we have hours, days, years left within this false space, I do not know. Launch thrusters. Pulse engines okay. All right. Go. Going to a frozen moon. That was crazy. In fact, I think the only kind of planet I've ever come out on is a lush. There might have been, no, there was one frozen planet I came out on. Alrighty. The terminal's a stream of warnings and errors, each warning of total failure. But I must do what I can. I must tell the others what I have learned. I warn the travelers of what I have learned. These worlds are not real. The Atlas is not a god. It's a machine simulating countless realities for some unknown purpose. And after millennia of operation, the Atlas is coming to an end. There are 16 minutes until the system fails. Though we cannot know how much time we have left within the simulation, the time has come to make peace and say goodbye. I finish my message, not knowing if anyone will hear it. I look out across this world, wondering how much might be left to discover, how much beauty might be lost. I know what I must do. All paths have led me there. Each portal has brought me closer and closer. I must go through to the center of the galaxy. It's the epicenter of the glitch. I'll say goodbye to my friends if I can, and then I'll confront our creator. I'll find out what happens next. Now then. Here we go. Time to talk to Nada. Probably long past time to talk to Nada. Elevator going up. You know, don't you, of our simulated nature, of the end? The Atlas, it's failing. It resets itself again and again and again in its panic, trying to purge what it sees as an anomaly. But each purge changes nothing. The boundaries continue to fall. Atlas will die in 16, but we do not have to go so soon. It does not need to delete us in fear. I don't know. I do not think we can know. Some things are external to the cycle. All must end. Time must end. Even here, Nada and Polo cannot escape reality fall. Data cannot survive. Make peace. Find happiness. Be who you want to be. Goodbye, companions. Goodbye, stars. I will remember. Nada and Polo will continue travels. Continue acting as we always have. I get the feeling, having done this a few times now, that Nada, and he's probably right, thinks that with or without the Atlas, the simulation will continue. It's like the machine isn't necessary to continue the experiment. It's just something that continues happening. The Atlas is dying. It wants me to reset it, to plunge myself through its interface at the center of the galaxy, but to do may reset this world, my life, all that I know. I do not know if I can do that. Seek the final interface. Give me the scan I asked for. Aggressive sentinels, of course. Alright, let's go save in this space station, and then we'll take off. I have 16 jumps left. Oh yeah. I think it might actually be 17. I'm not sure. Let's find out. Here we go. It makes absolutely no difference where you go. Absolutely none. You can progress towards the center. You can jump back and forth between two 2 star systems, or you can just jump around in a circle. The most important thing is that you let it do this bit. And it might, there it is. Data in ejection, sequence received, source unknown. And we are going to make sure that we are on the purge. And there's one. What I usually do is just jump to the nearest star. Creates a funny little cluster. But if you stop and enter the space station, every time it's going to put all these stations into your teleport list. Here's number 2. We'll wait for it to give us the glyph. Since we already have the glyphs, they're not coming up on the screen. They're just in the lower right corner. If you had 13 glyphs at this point, it would show you 1 through 13 in the lower right corner, and then show you 14, 15, and 16 on the screen. Gaokayama. Here's Apollo. Well, I got your message. It's been a lot to take in. A simulation. Everything's not real. Feels like it doesn't matter, I suppose. Not if we're going to die anyway. And I've been thinking about that. If the problems of this universe are due to the Atlas crying for help, then it's been crying for a long time. Those 16 minutes, I bet we have years before we die. What are you gonna do? I've been thinking a lot about it. How we couldn't meet, even though we seem to be standing in the same place. I don't think we really were in the same location at all. I think those portals, they don't transport us, they transform us. They cut through dimensions. That's what I think anyway. It's the only way to explain it. And if the walls between worlds really are falling, maybe we'll be able to have a drink together before the apocalypse after all. I say goodbye, telling Apollo that I'm on a journey to the center. They tell me that they'll race me there. We speak of the memories we have shared, though we did not know each other very long, though we did not meet. They say that they are proud to have worked with me. Goodbye, friend. Now, something you may not know is that no matter what galaxy you're in, if you go through a portal, it takes you to the exact same location in the next galaxy. And some of the galaxies are called dimensions, like Hilbert. So I think galaxy and dimension are interchangeable in this. There we go. You see, I'm not even like going anywhere in particular. I am creating a circle, weirdly. This takes quite a bit more time on PS4 and Xbox. But if you're on PC, the longest amount of time is just waiting for this data injection thing to pop up. And do wait for it, because you'll just end up jumping a whole lot more. I keep opening my inventory instead of tabbing to the... tabbing over to the galaxy map. The star systems are different, but the portal locations are the same. Which is weird because every planet and moon have a portal. And some systems only have one planet, and the same portal location in another galaxy will give you multiple planets in that same star system. So it's bizarre. But it just means that there's more portals in some places than in others. There's a little over 18 quintillion of them, as a matter of fact. A kiku. It's a good name for a dog. Go with me. I'm drawing a circle in space. I don't think I've even left the region. This takes so long. 16 jumps. Takes about 20 minutes on computer. You're not alone. You can't go to the center. You can't do this to us. You can't leave us. The center of each galaxy. It's the Atlas. It's all else just interfaces. All else a shadow of its might. You don't deserve it. You'll wipe us all to save. I did what I had to do. I told you that. I couldn't die without seeing everything there was to see. I did what I had to do, but the Atlas, it won't let me back in. It won't speak to me. I've committed such atrocities, Traveler. I had to. It was me or them. It's always been me or them. Please, if you go through the center, if you do what I did, it will reset everything. It will replace me, wipe me. All those souls, they'll have died for nothing. It was the only way to live on. You have to understand me. Life for more life. They sustained me. It can't all have been for nothing. I was going to see it all. You know what, Null? It's not my fault. I end the communication. There's nothing left but the path toward the center. Yeah, it's there. It made it just in time. That may be why I've always had to make 17 jumps, because I jumped too fast. After I shut Null down. Yeah, that's why. I'm getting low on fuel soon. Pokrovko. Good grief. There we go. Now, if you don't stop at the space station, all these systems will be in your discovery list, but if you don't put them on your teleport list, then you don't have to worry about cluttering that up. That's why I don't stop. I'll stop in the last one, of course. Ah. Looked like a cool looking lush. Almost there. No rest stops. Certain enoob. Certain enoob system. I don't think I've even left the region. Have I already said that? I was thinking about saying that before. Oh, that's interesting. When I'm not facing a planet as I enter a system, I don't get that weird Udwaras thing. Oh, that's a great big gigantic waterless lush. Look at that. Oh, it's a capped planet, but it has aggressive sentinels, so. Genost 1 system. I want to stop everywhere, but when we get to Isentam, we'll get to do that. We'll get to do a bunch of exploring. That's what I wanted to do. The whole purpose of this save is to do exploring, and we've done a little bit, but once we get to Isentam, we're really going to be able to look around and see all kinds of cool creatures and star systems with multiple lushes in them. Lots of sentinels to kill. All right, here we go. Last jump. There we go. Just want to make sure that I identify that before I end this episode. All right. That was a lot of jumping. I'm sure the engines are pretty hot and totally empty. All right, you guys. When we come back tomorrow, if I can get myself some light here. When we come back tomorrow, we will go to Isentam, but we have a little tiny bit of work to do before we can do that. I want to thank you all so much for coming along. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.